We've actually met Antony. Antony, actually introduce yourself and your company first before we get going.
Thanks, Stephen. It's Antony Ceravolo. I'm the CEO and founder of Sine, over from Australia, and pleased to be here.
I couldn't tell by the accent.
No.
Love the accent, by the way, and I think it's another testament to how far we've come in commercial real estate and technology. Here's not planned, back-to-back companies and founders that have come out of Australia, which I think is amazing. And it just shows where we're coming. So talk about Sine a little bit, how you came up with the product, and who you were working with to solve their problem.
Thanks, Stephen. So Sine is solving a real-world problem. The old age problem of checking in to a facility usually involves a lot of paper.
Oh, security big time, especially here in the US, being in New York, right?
A lot of security and a lot of just arriving at the time without being invited.
Sure.
Paper, time, we're doing away with both of those things.
That's amazing. Okay, I like it. You got my attention. Tell me more.
So we also have noticed that pretty much everyone's got a phone these days, a smartphone.
Yeah.
So now, like when you go to an airline, you can check in using your phone at an everyday building, a school, a warehousing facility, an office tower. If you're invited to that building by your host, you can use your phone or you can use a tablet, and it's instant. You are straight through the queue and you're answering all the questions that facility wants you to answer.
Sure. So, this may sound really stupid, but why is that important?
Because it's the first impressions. Coming to...
so first impressions, and what do we know about first impressions?
They count.
They do count, more than anything, right? So that's incredible. No, great answer.
First impressions are very important, and this is all about customer service.
Right, another thing. Huge, right?
Customer service and the customer journey, and the word customer is not just about visitors coming to a facility. The customer is also the vendors, the contractors, the cleaners, the security guards.
That's right.
We're looking at the bigger picture of all of what we call the people flows coming to a facility. And with our product, you can see the helicopter view across one asset or an entire national portfolio of assets. And then the big data behind this is fascinating.
Right.
Now we can see average duration on site. Did the visitor arrive within a window? What were they doing there? How long they were there? Which job they went to the next? Fascinating stuff, especially for facilities.
Yeah, and you just brought this up, but mobile, right? And what we've seen with products out there, I think, on the marketplace, and especially for people, facility managers, building owners that are looking to work with the software or product like this, is that they're recognizing that it's not just the software, but they also have to invest in a lot of hardware.
Yes.
iPads or whatever kind of devices. You're saying, in your thesis was, everyone has a mobile phone, why don't we use that? Is that right?
Absolutely. So
Smart.
Case study in point, one of the largest global property groups, the Goodman Group, with business parks and warehouses all over the US, they opted in exactly like you say. No iPads, no CapEx across their portfolio, mobile check-in only.
Huge.
So they socialized this to all of their thousands of vendors and contractors, and the buy-in and the uptake was immediate. Free app, download the app, get registered. When you arrive at a Goodman facility, check in, check out, answer all the health and safety questions, and then the entire Goodman management team now have visibility over their whole portfolio.
Yeah, amazing. And I was going to get into that because you mentioned, arguably the top two things, which is first impression and what's the second one?
Time and attendance, security.
Oh no, first impression and customer service.
Yeah.
Right. What about, which I think you just touched on, you must be gathering a lot of data.
Yes.
Important data on the people coming in and go. You said the flow of the people,
yep.
Right? How is that playing out? What are you seeing and how these people are taking that data and actually utilizing it?
First important point is this is our customers' data. They own the data. It's private. We have no visibility over the details.
So you're not reselling it like a lot of other companies?
Absolutely
That's
not.
important. Huge.
Absolutely not. The data of all of the comings and goings and the identity of these people is not our property. It's our client's property. However, we do have overall themes and big data patterns of what we can see in terms of general movements, and we can advise our clients over those general movements.
That's amazing. And so what real life things are they seeing and how that's important? And please talk about the customer service and what kind of feedback you're getting, if any of the above.
So prior to a really easy to use system like this, which can be implemented with low CapEx, they were faced, clients like Goodman, JLL, Cushman, and JP Morgan, they had paper still on site across a national portfolio. You've got contractors attending, writing their names in a book.
Wow.
It's uncontrollable.
It seems uncontrollable, almost impossible to measure.
Antiquated.
For large organizations that have portfolios across the country and around the world in some cases.
Now they have an instant view and they can tell how long these contractors or visitors were on site. So it's basic. It's as basic as that. They can now see that 360-degree picture.
Right.
And monitor performance.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And monitor performance.
Yep. Another thing that I know just from doing some offline talk with you, and I think this is really valuable, especially for companies in the US that are looking for a product like this, is that you're not just a new startup from Australia. You were in Australia, you created your model, you have fantastic traction, which then allowed you to come over here ready to work with the same type people. Is that correct?
It is, Stephen, and all due credit to JLL Australia and Asia Pac.
JLL Australia.
We've had a brilliant partnership with JLL Australia. They've encouraged us to come over here and meet the colleagues and look at the marketplace over here. But property management is now becoming agile. And this is the key disruption that's taking place apart from products like ours. The key theme that we're seeing is that property management and the property teams are becoming agile themselves and working with full-time software development companies and tech platforms like ours, instead of just putting it out to tender, getting a spec and thinking that the project's done. It's never done. It's always evolving. Right,
and do you think, kind of last question, do you think that you see the same type of behaviors from the property managers over in Australia that adopted this? Do you see the same type of people and they're ready for it over here?
I think we are right on time to help property managers save time and save paper. We're not seeing anything differently over here. There's obviously heightened security, and we can deal with that too.
Yeah, so if we have some IFMA folks, for the facility managers, so hopefully they're watching this, and where do we find Sine for them to get in touch with you?
So just visit our website at sine.co, sine.co.
Oh, fantastic. Anthony, thanks so much.
Thanks,
Great
Stephen.
to meet you.
Thank you for having us.
Good luck with everything and
Thank
continued success.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.